Everyone, Mercedes here with Chic Critiques in Atlanta. I really got intrigued by even wanting to see this film because I know a little bit of your work, Derek, and you as well, Ali, and know you come from a little more comedy. So seeing you kind of tackle suspense and horror and race was exciting. Can you talk about the transition a little bit? How did you approach this material in tackling suspense and horror?
Well, I mean, I'm alive in the world, and I'm on the streets and I see what's going on, and I've been a fan, of course, of all sorts of genres in terms of film work. So, it wasn't that much of a creative stretch for me engaging with the material. Of course, everything that I'm known for, skews on the comedic side. But as an artist, I have a lot of interest and have actually put some work in and put some time into developing different sorts of material to get out into the world, because as an artist you want to be able to do as an expansive array of things as possible. So this really kind of came to me, and it was something that I was really excited about, not necessarily because of the thriller aspect. I love the drama, but because of the interpersonal and kind of societal conflicts where we are right now. This piece really spoke to a lot of what's going on in our nation on a personal level, and I just found that really, really intriguing.
Good answer, brother.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle you in this hair,
Oh man, you know what I mean? It's like good answer.
I mean, I got mine back here, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to be in competition with you because I'm not gonna win that one. So
please, man.
Oh, thank you both. Yes. Hi. So one of the classic conflicts that we have in society in general are the way men and women want to lead necessarily, or just our nature. So women are more natural and nurturing, and we see that with Erica's character and her taking care of Amber. And then we have the men who want to be top dog, alpha male, who's going to be in charge. So can you talk a little bit about that dynamic? And when it comes to survival, is there a yin and yang? Do we need both, or do we need one more than the other?
Oh, shit.
you or me? You want to go for? Do I try to save you, or do you try to save me?
You know what? I would love to sort of unpack that, idea that, and I'm not saying that you're saying that, and please stop me. And this is why I said I love the family and support the family. Is that it's in our story, it seems like the men are destroyers. And the women are these, nurturers, and I believe that. However, I think that there is something that is innate in us as the male man that is about, protection. And I think if it's used or harnessed or honored correctly, that we both can have an ebb and flow. But if not, we'll have some Greg and Helen issues. Come on, Ali.
Well, listen, I'll put it like this. In the union, when you talk about a marriage and a partnership or whatever you want to call it, in that union, one party is going to have a set of skills and expertise and perspectives and abilities that the other person is likely not going to have. And so there are times when one set of abilities is the one that you really need to be able to get through a difficult moment, and sometimes you need the other set of abilities, and sometimes it's a combination of the two. So these sort of abject notions about, who's a leader, well, it depends on what the circumstance is. So one of the great things, here's an interesting thing, and I'm gonna get in trouble about this, but I'm okay getting in this trouble. But one of the things that men are very accustomed to is hierarchy because of sports, right? For instance, but men tend to be very comfortable understanding what the pecking order is. And the reason that they tend to be comfortable understanding what the pecking order is because there's a sort of might makes right component that men all understand, right? If I walk into a room with Derek and the conversation is who's a particular sort of personality, well, he's that guy. right? I know that when I walk into the room. If that's what they're looking for, he's the actor, he's the face, he's a brand, and I'm gonna take a step back, right? But if the conversation becomes, well, what are we about to talk about the DNA of this film or whatever, then he's go, oh, okay, that's his department. Right. So we're very, very good with doing that as men, but sometimes when we interact with women, because we don't have the same sort of mental infrastructure when it comes to problem solving and moving through the world, we have to learn kind of how to integrate this separate style, because that's not necessarily how women function in groups, right? If what you're bringing is sort of this abstract perspective to the table, that's one thing. If what you're bringing to the table is the ability to kill a bear, that's something else. So it's really just being able to ascertain what a person is good at, when that's the thing that needs to be put into play. I ain't got to be the guy to kick your ass if I got the guy that can kick your ass on my team. And when it's time to ass kick, I let him step up, even if I'm the guy that calls the shots, right? No great team wins without a great coach. And so who's the leader? Is it Kobe? Is it Phil Jackson? Is it Shaq? You tell me. It depends on what the moment is. And in any given moment, somebody's capacity to execute the best idea might be greater than someone else's, but one person's ability to determine what the best idea is something else. And that tends to be where your leader is, whoever that might be.
I'm looking at the faces. I'm trying to get the approval. Right now. Let's see. Carolyn.
Thank you,
I don't think I got in trouble. I think I got out of that one safely.
Okay.